Hey guys, welcome back. It's been an interesting week and a half. I know I was planning on being back, I think on Thursday, and here it is Saturday night, but I've had a hell of a time recovering from my trip to Oklahoma and getting back into the swing of things and getting the kids readjusted to life. But here we are, we've made it back. And I just kind of wanted to catch up on where we are with, Disney and Hollywood and all the woke race swapping and diversity and all that fun stuff. I'm sure most of you already know about this. I'm sure most of you already watched the special that they did, South Park, on, Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy and Disney, the whole Panderverse special that they did, where they basically just took all the original characters and cast of South Park and they race swapped and gender swapped them, which was kind of amazing. The clips I've seen of it are pretty fantastic, to be honest. It kind of hits the nail right on the head. So this special came out, and it pretty well roasted Kathleen Kennedy first and foremost for being just like a complete fraud, pandering to a small group of people to try to make everybody happy. And she even got called out after the special aired by Gina Carano, who famously got fired, presumably by Kathleen Kennedy, due to her outspokenness against being forced to use pronouns when she was still working for Disney, for Lucasfilm on The Mandalorian. And so she got a few zingers in here, basically saying that Kathleen Kennedy is going to reach out now and try to disable the dislike button or whatever. She says she'll have YouTube disable the thumbs down option because of the ratio she'll receive. Although, I don't know if Gina's not really up on how things are going, but YouTube already disabled the dislike counter. You can get the extension to see how many dislikes are on there. But long story short, everyone's kind of getting a good laugh at Kathleen Kennedy's expense. And this kind of ties back into the whole Rachel Zegler saga, where this week now we've seen, basically, after they postponed Snow White to 2025, they then released this picture, the first look at the movie, where they've taken out all the magical creature bandit actors, the diverse cast they had, and replaced them with not equivalent people that are CGI, but CGI dwarves. Now, to me personally, this picture almost looks completely CGI or hand-drawn. Rachel Zegler doesn't even look real in this picture, so it is possible that this is completely hand-drawn and that this isn't even a real photo of her. So who knows what this movie's going to turn into. It is funny that they decided that it would be offensive to have dwarves in this film, but now they show her with dwarves in this first look picture. Right. And of course, the movie being postponed to 2025 means that who knows what they're going to do to try to salvage the movie. But Bob Iger, who had said that they were going to pull back out of the culture war and try to be less provocative and more, more mainstream, more centrist, and try to keep themselves out of politics and this kind of woke culture war that we have going on. It seems like that's not actually happening, because now a report, and this article here is from the Publica, a report says that Michael B. Jordan may star in the live-action Hercules remake, which prompts confusion and criticism. And my first thought is, if there's any validity to this, I don't know how many of you remember, Michael B. Jordan was approached to play, I believe, Superman a couple times. And to my knowledge, he opted out of the role, saying basically that he didn't want to be the token brown actor taking over the role of an iconic character. He'd rather play the multiverse version of Superman that is actually a black character, kind of like the Miles Morales Spider-Man conundrum, which I can respect that at least. He at least seemed to understand, no, Clark Kent is Clark Kent. I'll play the other guy that looks more like me. That's cool. So now this is really confusing. If this is true, this is like, what the hell happened there? Because last time I checked, Greeks, while certainly Greece and Italy are not that far from Africa, Greek men typically don't look this dark. That's just, again, to my knowledge. I haven't been to Greece. I could be wrong on this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the article says, news that Michael B. Jordan is Disney's frontrunner to play Hercules in the live-action remake of the film has raised eyebrows online for what critics are saying is another example of woke race swapping. I mean, I would have to agree that certainly is. The article goes on to talk about Hercules and the Greek origins. And I don't think we really need to cover that. I'm going to keep this video pretty brief. But the reality is that this is something that we will continue to see Disney do, and they are just not going to back off of it, unfortunately. The article says others decried the potential casting choice as inaccurate and politically motivated. Again, true. It's not the first time Disney's been flamed for race-swapping characters. We've seen Halle Bailey, which, by the way, I caught part of the Little Mermaid Halle Bailey version, the remake, on my flight back from Oklahoma, and I'm sorry, the whole thing was flat. Even if you could honestly make yourself enjoy the music side of it, or maybe the acting, it just felt flat to me. Everything looked bad. It looked boring. Needless remake. Of course, all these live actions are. And obviously this Rachel Zegler one is going to be even more of a train wreck. But yeah, here we go again. We're back to square one, doing this shit all over again. But let me know your thoughts down below, and we will see you on the next one. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching the video. We do have 2 channels, one for daily uploads, the other one for more of my live streams and hot takes. Links to both are down below, as well as the ability to join as a channel member for as little as $3 a month, and that'll greatly help us out. Much appreciated. We also have links to our Etsy accounts down below, as well as our website. We also have Locals and Subscribestar. If you didn't want to support us on YouTube, you can support us through those. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you on the next one.